Hi guys, welcome to another blog of mine today in which I'm going to talk to you about the difference between Christianity and Hinduism. You see, people don't realize the kind of difference that exists between these two religions. But that's something I'm going to explain to you now in the next few minutes. Point number one is, I remember when I was a little boy and my dad was very ill. He had suffered a stroke and was partially paralyzed and had a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties, and we were going through a really hard time. And we were living in Pune, and my dad came down to Mumbai, to come and see some of his friends or whoever he could find as well-wishers, and it was night. So when it was night, we had no money, we had no food, we had no shelter, we had nothing. And we were on the street, literally looking for some kind of succor. And we were near a place in Bombay, in a place called Tardio. And at Tardio, we were looking for somebody who could give us a little help. And I think we had a couple of rupees in our pocket, and for 1 rupee we saw this bhaiya guy in a small little mithai shop, sweet shop, and he was rubbing his thighs and scratching his thighs and making those little doodh pedas, small little ones, that 10 naya paisa each or something like that. And for 1 rupee we bought 10 pedas. My dad ate 3 of them and I ate 7 of them. I was a small boy. I was about 8 years old, and this was a terrible experience, and it was raining very heavily outside on the street. So we had no shelter, we were drenched, we were soaked to the bone and struggling, really struggling, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go. And a couple of friends dad had come to see, they were staying very far away, and we had no transportation there, we had nothing there, we were totally stranded. And then we decided in our mind, my dad decided that maybe he should walk into a Catholic church that was close by, since my father and myself were Catholics. So we thought we'd walk into this Catholic church, and since church is supposed to be the representation of Jesus Christ, and Christ was supposed to be a wonderful man who helped people, and he did so many things. He claimed to be the Son of God, and etc. etc. So, well, maybe this was the place. We should go and knock on the door. So we went and went through the gate. We went to the church. We looked for the parish priest. We found him, and my dad went and told him. Went and said, "Look, father," he said, "I've come from Pune. I have nothing. I don't have money. I don't have food. My little boy is hungry. We are soaked to the bone. We'll catch pneumonia. We'll catch chill. We'll get flu. Something's going to happen to us. And we have nowhere to put our heads to sleep. We are dog tired. If there's a little food you can give us and a little place where you can, allow us to sleep, we'll be so grateful to you." To which the priest turned on and said, "How dare you come here and ask for these things? This is not an ashram. You should go to an ashram." "Oh, ashram? Fine. You should go to an ashram. This is a church. This is not an ashram." So my dad looked at him and said, "Father, please, to add to it, I'm a former journalist and I've got a lot of enemies. I've written a lot of articles and things like that where people have disliked me, and they've tried to murder me, they've tried to kill me because of the truth that I spoke in my articles in newspapers and things like that, publications. And there are people who want to harm me. So if I go out on the street and if I'm seen somewhere, I could even be harmed. We don't know who has followed me or what has happened." And the priest turned on and said to my dad, he said, "All the worse. Now you're bringing danger inside the church. We don't want all this. How can you bring danger inside the church?" So you see, the church was afraid. God was afraid. The Christian God, Jesus Christ, was afraid. The priest was afraid. Christianity was afraid that, my father will come inside over there and he's going to bring this danger from outside. Imagine a church getting afraid. A place where when we are afraid, we go to for succor, we go to God. We go to church, we go to some religious institution. But here, no. The church was afraid. It was pretty shocking, and we were stunned that the priest should say like this. Anyway, he said, "Before I call the police, you better go from here." And my dad and myself quietly walked out from that place and back onto the street, looking once again for succor somewhere. Booted out by the church, Catholic church, we were back on the street. And my dad, now with a little boy, me by his side, he was wondering what he's going to do and what's going to happen. And the rain kept getting heavier and stronger outside. And our hunger was no less, having just eaten a few pedas each. And then Dad thought in his mind for a short while what he may have to do. And all of a sudden it occurred to him, he remembered that he was a journalist in Bombay and that he used to always come to the Ramakrishna Mutt or mission, which is somewhere at Khar or somewhere near Bandra, some place like that. And he immediately said to me, Tardio to that place was very far and it was night now, it was already maybe 9 o'clock in the night. And Dad said to me, he said, son, I don't think we're going to get anything out of these churches and stuff like that over here. Let's take a walk to the mission. Let's go to the Ramakrishna mission, And Dad was a great follower of Ramakrishna, and he was also a great follower of Swami Vivekananda, having been a journalist. So we decided to make the long trek, and slowly in the night, we started off at about 9 o'clock, and I don't know what time exactly we reached, somewhere early in the morning. Walking so far, we reached the Ramakrishna Mutt or mission, and a totally different scene compared to what we encountered at the Catholic Church, the great Catholic Church. And here we were at this Ramakrishna mission or Mutt, and knocking on their door, soaked to the bone, no food to eat. And their people came and asked us what we wanted. And my dad told them that we were in trouble and that we needed some place to stay and we needed some food to eat. And they welcomed us. They took us inside, they gave us food, they gave us warm water to have a bath, to freshen ourselves. We were dirty, we were, fully soaked, and they helped us by giving us things to warm our clothes and stuff like that. And then they gave us a hearty meal to eat, lovely vegetarian meal, which put us on our feet. And then they gave us blankets, and they took so much care. And this is something that was really heart-wrenching. It taught us that little do Hindus realize that when they convert to Christianity and they convert to other religions or whatever it may be, that they are in such a beautiful atmosphere of their own. Their ashrams, their teaching, their learning, their heartfelt sympathies towards those who need succor and those who need help is huge, it's big. And it's not necessary for them to go and convert and change their religion and go to something else and all these things, because let me assure you, those religions are not better than theirs. This is just a figment of imagination. Okay, a 7,000 plus year old religion is Hinduism, and to be welcomed into the Ramakrishna Mutt and mission was a beautiful thing. And we were so happy to be in there. And we stayed there for 4 days. They took care of us, great care of us. And we got a lot of help from them. They gave us whatever we needed. They took care of us like VIPs, literally. And we made our way back 4 days later to our home in Pune. So this, my dear friends, is what religion is all about. You see, people may toot their horn and say, this is great, that is great, this religion is great, that religion is great. Religion is how we help each other. It doesn't matter what religion we belong to. We should have a heart to help somebody else. Because Ramakrishna mission itself says, service to man is service to God. If we can't take care of man first, how can we ever be answerable to God? When we are not answerable, not able to answer man, to answer his problems, to answer his difficulties, to answer his hardships, to put him on the right path when he has gone astray, how can we possibly expect to go to God and give him the kind of love and respect that he truly deserves, being the almighty power and creator of this universe? This, my dear friends, is my question. And I would like to tell all of you, please share this video. All my brothers and sisters all over the globe, irrespective of what religion you belong to. And if you are a Hindu, all the more, be proud of yourself. Be proud to share this video and tell your brothers and sisters all over how great this 7,500-year-old religion is. And hats off. God bless you. I hope you do this. Hope you subscribe to my channel and help us to grow and spread the word, the right word, to people all around this globe. There are a lot of wrong things all over the internet, my dear friends. But let us give something good also in return. Thank you and God bless you.